So I have a Wineyard Diary sandwich, which is served on deconstructivist bread. Don't worry, that will make sense in a minute. So without further ado, conservative. Conservative. Having the property of preservation, especially of natural environment, from the late Latin conservativus, meaning moderate, cautious, or purposely low. Conservative. Conned you have been. Conning. Laxative, motive, native, immigrant. Serve, server, serveuse, serve yourself. Prisoners, guilty, jailed. Intravenous, ivy. Concert, consequences. Value added tax, taxman. Live, skive, dive. Cocoa, company. North-south, cuts. Victory in Europe. Avavum. Perv. Attack, twat. V for vendetta. Rateable value. Riveting. There's no I in team, but there is in conservative. And I'll try not to go into too much boring detail about these, but I have a job that could easily be described as too boring and too abusive. So to try and keep my mind together, I have what I suppose I should call these days live tweets written on till rolls. I've built up a shoebox of these till rolls, and a bit sort of in the Marxan tradition, I thought I have to see what poetry could be made from it. So this is Wineyard Diaries, with a little help from Salesforce.com and the Queensland Government website. Nice day for it, though each customer will have a different perception. For example, would you like batteries as well? That were a good carrot power cut, though feel so sick now. Time's crawling, but hey, your staff are the first point of contact for your customers, so it's important they enjoy their work. I'm starting not to care again now. There's an explosion of fivers, and there's no work-life balance. Have the right attitude. She can be polite at least, yeah, but is brandy okay? No. It's not my pen, lol, and the smell of that fish mixing with my post-blowout guts, a bit of a slippy and drippy one, though plenty fizzy. These coffee lulls will get easier from tomorrow as the government increases the minimum wage to living. Merpler all uncertain again, a palaver for the books. In one survey conducted, 69% of those interviewed define good customer service as receiving a quick resolution to a reported problem. No way of getting answers. Thank you, Mama. Queenie Jack is ringing in my ears instead of Easy Jack, too hot for a hangover. There's so much beauty, so close yet I'm calm, but full of error messages from tech, etc. Make sure that the employees who will be working most closely with your customers will actually have the authorization and training to offer solutions when issues arise. Why is there ever hope? We've never had Carling cider. Know your customer. She's a cute coffer and a cougar. Didn't quite understand that. I can't emphasize enough how slow it's been, Billy Collins. Actual bubblegum flavour. Yay. Eaten so much. Genuinely want to cry. Greet customers and approach them in a way that is natural and fits the individual situation he could sense. I was about to sink my conversational claws in and extricated himself from them masterfully. I feel possessed. Good Lord, hooray for change. Please call again, Gotlands, a real trumpeter. My life is full of perforations that don't help one rip, presumably. No cash up today. Sorry? Do people think I'm looking at them? A van with Revolution on its side passes as I listen to the Beatles song, Revolution. Greet customers naturally with 3 or 4 different hellos, each cringier than a jolly APC chap, bubbly, enticing, but gone, in an instant leaving, a freezing draft. Why? Is my face so fat? Well, apart from me being so fat, ripped socks, leave keys. Every degree it goes up over room temperature ages it for 20 years. When trying to understand their needs, it may be useful to know details, such as their lifestyle, occupation and interests. David's health is rubbish. Please retain receipt. They're walking out because the fridge is not cold, and research indicates that it costs up to 10 times as much to attract a new customer as it does to keep an existing customer sucking a lolly. Prostate paste, customer copy. Simon's albatross is silly, Mrs. Findlay. Here's a Morecambe meme. I tried to wander lonely as a cloud, but it didn't precipitate. Asymptotes, tightrope down. Palmer's press bubblegum up your bum, and those keep fitters, forget about it. You can collect customers' personal details as things to share. Sounds new agey, yes, but it will help your revenue and manager mop and salty pop. Juan Gil Jumilia. It's nice to see a new face. Very rude. Insult of the day. Who's we? Oh Lord, it's gone. May need to pull pot noodle trigger soon, and I dinna have me a jacket. A tentative wave at the window startled by Polish neighbour. 6 minutes left and now printer. Try getting internet working, sweep and mop and nearly cry. Looking lovely and summery. Have a nice life. Just sounds so somehow sinister. Sighed. I suppose I banged my elbow on his car though. And what was that about giving their customers anything and everything that they want? You know, the customer is always right approach, no matter how much Frosty Jack cider in 10-litre bottles they want. There's no 3 hammers though, so off he goes in swishy pants, some studies suggest. It is at least 5 times more expensive to find a golden consolidation of cardboard than to retain a current customer. Declaring my multi-tool at airport security. Thank you, mournful pensivity. Make sure you are trained. In penetrating pause, you need to address this. Seriously, mate, Sarnie wolfed. She looks a little Scarlett Johansson-y, light at play. The wall, the ceiling, the swimming bath. Me walking by with my mug of water. Think I'm doing pretty well on this 90s-y song. Joanne, that's her name, and I nearly blinded myself. If you ever had a similar experience, then you know how aggravating it can be. I say smooth, you say gasoline. A bit of a daisy starting to be unhappy. Only 2:30, downcast dude. Disappointing Pringle is good selling and helping please ensure your face. Feeling okay now, no longer mouthy, but is it insultingly presumptuous to say, see you again? Either way, the soft fridge is broken. Maybe 2 more what's-its, Mary Jane? Loyalty card due. Idle monkey exports a Scotch egg. What was he so giggly about, eh? No, it is a pork pie. And language is a nature, can't you read? Can anything beat the self-accomplishment of untangling an extension cable? He didn't have time to start the day. I'd rather stop using the wash-up liquid for my hands as I've started to believe I'm looking for a job like a trooper. The customer definitely copped a noseful in 2 goes. Let's get some more reading done first. I think, thank them. I would quite like to top up their friendly and positive environment. That's beyond coincidence. Feel bad for him actually. Ages ago, and here's me dreaming of the things we could do if we're bold enough to open those doors. Mixed drunk but happy, making a clear contact us section, and say that you appreciate all cigars from strangest customers. Make new end of day sheet, and madness right. Spot a spot of gunk on the till screen, and scratch it off with a nail, managing only to press once a button. That's the C in CQSMA. I'm pissed off now. It's hot, and I'd love a pint with him, or 15 good times. Best not to know. I'm still not hungry, but I keep thinking, how's Anne 8 days a week? Russian Empire vodka, vital again. I want to lift a car over my head and minimise the illegibility of scribbling out, which will help my business grow. Unctuous and pusillanimous walk into a bar, so the legacy of playing around with pens will alleviate surprises at both ends. Something buzzed right through my ear, all over the place, so I'm ill. Captain Black, thank you. Please call again. Please ring through, Green Rizzler, but run the risk of alienating customers with questions, never genuine. Unfortunately, this is a common problem, but keep the faith, kid. Though you got no pennies at all, you might not negatively affect a business's bottom. Some people cry about carry bags. Women, B2B customers and Gen Xers are more likely to, interrupting a semi-gaggle of Scouse go-outers who want the highest level of service but will get a load of poorly labelled, out-of-date stock and collect information on satisfaction no one can use. Nearly time. Do stock adjust today. Think back to the Reader's Paradise point. Listen to their complaints they spike down. A cloud settles, a cesspool we can never raise our heads from without falling back under the surface for longer. You know all things must pass. Forget. Pizza margarita, stop binging on crisps now. Honda, blackbird fly. It's only halfway a racing stop. Whisper, Jason's a nice young man. Yes, he is, and find 8 Fosters also. There's more coppers in the till you mentally promised. I'm trying not to clock watch because I'm tripping now. What responsibility should a minimum wager have? Respond properly. Do I fancy changing euros? Maybe I'll try and fix handle. All these sexy thoughts at last. Of course I am. I forgot to mention the B. Hooray, it says. Enquire within. Total subtotal discount. Number 2688. Hop whoop. By the way, my wrist is really giving me jip. You know what they say about old faces? Avoid damaging. We know this, we don't. Need to question this shop smell. Discrepancies forming, ooh, the awkwardness. Whirlwind gaggle of annoying banter dancers between 100 quid in vouchers and staff discount. But most people don't work that way. Why? Are people so keen to decrying? I don't know. Why they call it a womb? The vineyard is smelly, Martin speaking. To swing a cat, she can call me chicken. It is important to listen. You can't win them all, he said, winning them all. Did I actually form the thought that I should sweep and mop? I can never remember. How much a monster costs? £3.46? To pin verified, thank you. Come on man, it's so glorious. To be back here, actual happiness. Try not to look too happy, people will get aroused. Suspicionally, confusing everything in my power with copulation hiatus. My ass feels strange. Diss the price mark, fresh-faced Ute, listen. I'm not strong, I've just got muscles, and finally got the wave in. The rambling deal went down well, anything I can do. I tried though, matey, lads, banter. I'm like a human spud. It's always good just to browse. I believe you have to respect the lookers, Charlie. You're driving me crazy, called Joe. A clean floor doesn't last all day. Tales of woe. If your company answers the phone on the first ring, have I got PPI could be considered patronising mystery phone caller. Yorkshiremen are Scotsmen with all the good stuff squeezed out. Death sentence, sevens, sticky button bollocks, popcorn binge. Bust the blood vessel, what's up with my hearing? The whole of time forward sits on my chest, oh mate, all the phoning, why is it blue? If the answer to any of these similar questions is a no, then you may be coming up short on the customer service front. Coherence, that is an emergency. Jack Rabbit went well. Vox Populi, Vox Dei. Booker T me, good giggly ragazza. Whoever started such a vicious rumour that Lancaster and Morecambe breweries are connected. Sometimes your customers don't want to figure it out and just want payday fun times. Hop, devil, azimuth Jew. Oh, politeness, sweet nectar aromatic. 4 seasons, you dolt, literally. Don't know what to do with overall pleasantness and politeness? Continue to keep customers aware of what's in it for them to do business with you and form a silent cult with wit and observations. I'm not a secretary, sweep, mop. O's breakfast time at 14:22. Not bad. Getting paid for that black label bollocks, oops. Just recommended gambling. A slight pain pang. What am I doing here? Strange. Interruptions, quiet or not, probably, never getting any closer to a solution. Time for a drink. For a drink it is time. Unoaked bill spreading a fight the brands message. The big dog is called Max, and kids will be kids. That is technically stealing, but she makes my feet smell. I don't know. Hind, rind, Lordy. Lordy, Miss Claudie, take the Spanish wines off the shelf. Cloth ears make me angry. Tidy, sweep, mop, and listen to the boss. Why am I seeing Stewie slowly building up 10s and 50s is nice, but pounds are rampant. Some serious butterflies are overly robotic, and I don't think this confidence issue is going to budge. Careful, potheads, blame it all on technology. There was no reply. That begs the question, was that Kristen Stewart coughing right in my face? The softness of the door can't win the lottery grudgingly, despite my ghost story reflection. Uh-oh, my script is stale, I know. Treating every customer as if they are my only customer, needing to say other things instead of how's it going, sure thing, and, under my breath, why does no one in Morecambe indicate? That vodka hampers Miss Perkins, trust me on this. Hours ago seems like a day ago at least, don't trust me. Nickel knackle, why does one have an extra K? Jesu is coming, but there's no RVP for tonight's clash. Seems I am the bad newsman today, and the indifference of staff accounts for 68% of customers who don't return to a business, it seems. The doofer is lying in relatively artless prose. Ooh, my feet. Ooh, my feet. Aged to perfection. Excellent customer service programme. Try me. I'm a semi-sommelier. I'm not being funny, but here comes a gorilla just as every police car passing now is going to her. And Jay never replied about having his wallet stolen. What the hell happened? Not I. Said anxiety, I just want to forget. But the chair seems in a worse state than the window. Crate, Gronit. I've forgotten the crate. Why might I, Mai Tai? Mojito Joe goes slow, gin. Burgess quote, yum yum. Just complain that I'm trying to help you. Save money, yeah? Have we ate Ampleforth? How many Menabrea does it take to be ignored? There's no unbelief at all now, so it's time to apologise, whether it's your fault or not. Make the customer feel they are valued with an intensely fruity finish. Yeah, normally I like to keep it short, but that one, why not 8 pages? So this is the deconstructivist top layer. I don't know if any of you want it toasted or not, but I'm not taking requests, so that's fine. I said I wasn't going to write about Europe, so that's what I did. European. Native or inhabitant of Europe. From Latin through Greek, Europe plus Ian. Descended from natives of Europe. Happening in or extending over Europe. Concerned with Europe as a whole rather than its individual countries. European. E. Electronic. Ebenezer Good. Grr. Om. Hollande. Plump. Pup. Pop. Aha. Yorkshire. You. I want to be inside EU. Hey you. Eau de Cologne. Row, row, row your boat. Fish row. Rotund Roman Romans. Physical education. Andalusia picnic ants. Austro-Hungarian. Anne and Angela antics. Vatican Bataclan. Urmston Ruhr Valley Erdinger colour. Oral Mountains. Stop top crop flop. Officially pronounced dead. Opa art. Operation opportunity. Sports. Ian, who runs a fish and chip shop. Syrian. Stygian. Drop stop. Your. Days of yore. You are. Don't mention the Euros. You ran, my lady. Hope, nope, pope. Pea green boat. Pure, P. Piedmont. Penalise, penne, penis. Climbing rope. Money for old rope dope. Europe is the world's second smallest continent in terms of surface area. European. European now. European. Thank you.